Week 13 of the fantasy baseball season, and here's a few pitchers I looked at this week. The first guy, Brayan Bello of the Boston Red Sox. Bello, one of the former top prospects over the last few seasons in the Red Sox system, and now he's starting to pitch good baseball, and he's a good fantasy asset as well. Right now, available in 50% of fantasy leagues. Here's Bello. So on the year, 5-4 record, 66 innings, 62 strikeouts, a 3.27 ERA, a 1.27 WHIP, and 6 quality starts. But over the last 2 weeks here, 20 2/3, 2-0 record, 16 Ks, a 1.74 ERA, 0.92 WHIP, and 3 quality starts. So Bello's going out there. He's pitching great baseball for this Boston Red Sox team. And it's still surprising to me he's out there in 50% of leagues. Just the last few outings, he's gone out there and pitched gems versus a good Yankee team, obviously, even though we know Aaron Judge isn't around. But still, to go into Yankee Stadium and then pitch well at Fenway Park versus the Yankees is definitely a great feat. June 11th at the Yankees, 7 innings, no decision, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 3 Ks, a quality start. June 18th versus the Yankees, 7 innings, got the win, 4 hits, a run, 3 walks, 8 Ks, a quality start. And June 23rd at the White Sox, 6 2/3, got the win in that one. 6 hits, a run, a walk, 5 Ks, a quality start. So he's going out there. He's playing great baseball as Bello. And now his next outing is June 29th versus the middle of the pack Miami Marlin offense. So right now, while he's pitching good baseball, he's definitely a pitcher I would go out there and get. And he can help fantasy owners big time as Bello. He's got good upside. He was a top prospect for a reason, and he's finally showing it. Right now, the next pitcher is Ranger Suarez of the Philadelphia Phillies. So Suarez, he's been on this list 2 or 3 times already now over the last month of the season. And Ranger Suarez, since coming back from injury, he's looked pretty good on the year. 43 2/3, 1 2 record, 42 Ks, 3.50 ERA, a 1.28 WHIP, and 5 quality starts. But over the last couple weeks, one of the best pitchers in fantasy baseball. 13 innings, 0-0 record, 14 Ks, and 0.69 ERA, 0.92 WHIP, and 2 quality starts. So he's going out there, he's going deep into games. Obviously, he's got a pretty solid offense backing him over there for the Philadelphia Phillies. Here's Ranger Suarez. And he's getting the job done, going 6-7 innings. I know he's not getting the decisions, but he's still pitching good, keeping the ERA down. Strikeout rate is pretty good, and he should be owned in way more fantasy leagues than only 40%. June 9th versus the Dodgers, 6 innings, no decision, 4 hits, a run, 2 walks, 8 Ks, a quality start. June 14th at the D-backs, 7 innings, no decision, 4 hits, 2 walks, 7 Ks, a quality start. And June 20th versus the Braves, 6 innings in that one, no decision again. 4 hits, a run, 2 walks, 7 Ks, a quality start. So 5 outings in a row now. Ranger Suarez has gone out there and got the quality start. And for whatever reason, Philly's hitting for everyone else in their rotation besides him. So if the offense could just pick it up a little bit, the wins will come because he's going deep into games. He's getting the strikeouts. And like I said, he's way under-owned, in my opinion, available in 60% of fantasy leagues. The next pitcher is Bryan Woo of the Seattle Mariners. So Woo, he's available in 83% of fantasy leagues. So Woo on the season, I know a small sample size, but he will look good besides his first career start on the year, 17 2/3, 1-1 record, 25 Ks, 5.09 ERA, a 1.19 WHIP. So right now, he's not going that deep into games, 4 or 5 innings, but right now the strikeout rate is great here for Woo. And that's all you need, more in points leagues, especially than category leagues. I think Woo could help owners, obviously, with a high strikeout rate, and you get points for outs and strikeouts, obviously. So a points league, I would recommend them more than a roto league or a head-to-head categories league. June 10th at the Angels, 4 2/3, no decision, 4 hits, 2 runs, a walk, 7 Ks in that one. June 16th versus the White Sox, 5 2/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, 9 Ks. And June 22nd at the Yankees, 5 1/3, got the win, 2 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 5 Ks. So Woo, he's going out there, he's pitching solid baseball, 21 strikeouts in the last 3 outings. And he's got a favorable matchup coming up in tomorrow's ball game versus the Washington Nationals that we know is one of the worst hitting teams, obviously, in the major league. So right now, Bryan Woo is definitely a pitcher to go out there and get in 10-team leagues or deeper, and especially points leagues, because he's going to bring the Ks. And like I said, he's solid right now and going to stay in the rotation a while. With Marcos Gonzalez still out, the next pitcher, Wade Miley of the Milwaukee Brewers. So Miley came off the injury list a few weeks ago, and he's picked up where he left off early in the year. 52 1/3, on the year. 5-2 record, 31 Ks, a 2.91 ERA, a 1.03 whip, and 5 quality starts in the last 2 weeks. 11 innings, 2-0 record. 7 Ks, no runs given, a 0.64 whip, and a quality start. So right now, Wade Miley, another guy like Woo, he's underowned in way too many fantasy leagues. Out there, Miley in 68% of leagues. I know Miley's a soft tosser. I know he's not going to get a lot of strikeouts, but he's just an innings eater and that classic 4th or 5th starter you would like to have on your baseball team. And then for fantasy baseball, he's on a team that does hit the baseball. So the last few outings here for Miley, June 17th versus the Pirates, 5 innings, got the win. 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks. And June 23rd at the Guardians, 6 innings, got the win in that one. 3 hits, no runs, 3 Ks, a quality starts. His next outing's June 28th at the Mets. And I know the Mets, they've been hitting the baseball a little bit better over the last few weeks here, but they still have had troubles with lefties throughout the whole season, is this Met team. And Wade Miley early in the year mowed down that Met offense, so right now he's pitching good baseball. I know it's not going to stay at this level where he's not giving up runs at all as Wade Miley, but he's definitely a guy that's going out there eating innings and putting up fantasy points and helping in many categories. Next pitcher is his teammate Julio Teheran of the Milwaukee Brewers. So Teheran, he's been out of the league for many seasons and obviously was a former ace of the Atlanta Braves. But right now he's come back over the last month after playing independent ball, playing overseas, and right now he's pitching good baseball on the year for the Brewers. 35 1/3, 2-2 record, 23 Ks, a 1.53 ERA, 0.88 whip, and 4 quality starts. So right now a Brewer team that was starving for starting pitching with all the injuries in the rotation, with Woodruff obviously being the biggest one. Eric Lau, he was in and out. Hauser in is out this season, but now Teheran's got a spot. And like I said, he's pitching great baseball for this Brewer team. Out there still in 51% of fantasy leagues. So right now he's getting outs, he's getting the ground balls, and that's what you want to see. A guy go 5-6 innings, you'll take it at this point. It's tough to find good pitching this late in the season on the waiver wire. June 10th versus Oakland, 7 innings in that one. 6 hits, a run, a walk, 6 Ks, a quality start. June 16th versus the Pirates, 6 innings, got the win. A hit, 2 runs, a walk, 4 Ks, a quality start. And June 21st versus the D-backs, 5 innings, no decision. 2 hits, no runs, 4 walks, 3 Ks. So right now, pitching great baseball is Julio Teheran. I know tomorrow's got a pretty middle-of-the-pack matchup at the New York Mets, who their offense sometimes shows up, and other nights it don't. So we'll see what he can do in that one. But right now, Teheran in 10-team leagues or deeper, he's definitely a pitcher I will look to add. He's going pretty deep into games, 6-7 innings on average. That ERA is under a 2. I know it's not going to hold, but right now, you can't have someone on the waiver wire with great numbers like that just sitting out there. Even if he gets racked up in the next few ball games, here's Teheran. You still got to take a chance, in my opinion, and go get him out there on the waiver wire. Because like I said, the numbers are pretty impressive, especially the ERA. After not being in the major leagues for many seasons, the next pitcher, Griffin Canning of the Los Angeles Angels. So Canning, right now available in tons of fantasy leagues at 73% on the season, 65 1/3, 6-2 record, 62 Ks, a 3.99 ERA, a 1.16 whip, and 5 quality starts. And over the last 2 weeks, he's pitched great baseball, 17 innings, 2-0 record, 19 Ks, a 2.65 ERA, 0.94 whip, and 2 quality starts. So Canning, he's going out there. He's pitching great baseball for this Los Angeles Angel team, and he's way underowned in my opinion. He's going to get a lot of offensive run support, obviously, after coming off a ball game where the Angels just were out of this world, scoring 25 runs. But even other ball games, they score a lot of runs for Canning, and he should be owned as well in 10-team leagues or deeper, I believe. June 11th versus the Mariners, 5 innings in that one, got the win. 7 hits, 3 runs, 7 Ks. June 17th at the Royals, 6 innings, no decision. 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks, a quality start. And June 24th, like I mentioned, the Angels scored 25 runs in that game, 6 innings, got the win. 4 hits, no runs, 7 Ks, a quality start. So Canning, he's getting a strikeout an inning. He's going 5 or 6 innings. And the last 3 ball games, the run support's definitely been there for him. The Angels scoring a lot of runs. June 11th for him, 9 runs. June 17th at the Royals, 9. And then, like I said, June 24th at the Rockies, 25. So he's got an offense behind him. He's getting the strikeout an inning. He's going pretty deep into games. And it's surprising to me he's out there, like I said, right now, in 73% of fantasy leagues. Next pitcher is Gavin Williams, Cleveland Guardians. I know Williams, he didn't look great in his major league debut, but this kid has major upside, and he's going to be a mainstay in this rotation for the remainder of the season, I believe. Right now available still in tons of leagues at 63%. So on the year, 5 2/3, 4 Ks for Gavin Williams in his first career start. And I know the Oakland Athletics, one of the worst teams, if not the worst team in the major leagues. But young pitchers, you got to give them some time before they take off. And Gavin Williams, I think he's going to get things going. And he's got a nice matchup coming up at the Kansas City Royals. So he's done it all in the minor leagues. One of the better strikeout pitchers. And we even saw him flash that in his first outing where he had 4 strikeouts. Just control was an issue with 4 walks. If he could cut back on the walks and just start throwing strikes, he's going to be a pitcher that's going to be solid. And he could be a league winner as well at the back end of your rotation is Gavin Williams. So right now, after coming off a mid-start in his first career start, this is a perfect time, I believe, for fantasy owners to go out there and get him because he's got major upside. And we've even seen it in that rotation this year with Tanner Bybee having some big games, Logan Allen having some big games. And don't get me wrong, there's going to be some growing pains. But with a pitcher with upside, obviously, like Gavin Williams, and the way this Cleveland Guardian organization has produced pitchers over the years, Gavin Williams is definitely a guy I believe fantasy owners should go out there and get. And right now available in tons of leagues at 63%. The next pitcher is Emmett Sheehan, Los Angeles Dodgers. So Sheehan, he was a top pickup last week. And he went out there versus a good Houston Astros team and pitched another good ball game a few nights ago. On the year, 12 innings, 1-0 record, 7 Ks, a 1.50 ERA, 0.58 whip, and 2 quality starts in the first 2 starts of his major league career. So Sheehan's going out there. He's attacking hitters, and that's what you want to see from a young guy, not really walking people and attacking hitters. And Sheehan so far, 4 walks in 2 ball games. It's not horrible, but he's not scared to challenge hitters, and that's what he's done. June 16th versus the Giants, 6 innings in that one, no decision. No hits in that game, no runs, 2 walks, 3 Ks, a quality start. And June 23rd versus the Astros, 6 innings, got the win. 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks, and a quality start. So his next outing, it's going to be a little testy, obviously, over there in Coors Field where the ball really flies. Got that thin air over there in the Denver, Colorado area. But Emmett Sheehan looks like the real deal. And he also looks like a guy that the Dodgers are going to stick with. I know Julio Urias, he could come back any day now or next week, depending if they want to give him another rehab start or not. But right now, Sheehan's pitched great baseball, and I don't think he's a guy they should send down to the minor leagues. If anything, it should be Grove or maybe even Bobby Miller, who's been struggling over the last couple outings. So right now, while Sheehan's pitching good and still out there in 63% of leagues, this is a time for owners to go out there and get him. The next pitcher is Dan Dunning of the Texas Rangers. So Dunning, he's filled in for Jacob deGrom, who obviously you know is out for the season now. And Dunning's done a very great job, I believe, this season. 71 2/3, 6-1 record, 41 Ks, 2.76 ERA, a 1.17 whip, and 4 quality starts here for Dunning. So Dunning's going out there every 5th day, pitching pretty solid baseball for this Texas Ranger team. And we know he's going to get the big run support. The Rangers probably the best offense this season statistically here in all Major League Baseball. So the last 2 outings, June 17th versus the Jays, 6 innings, got the win, 6 hits, 2 runs, a walk, 3 Ks, a quality start. And June 23rd at the Yankees, tough luck, no decision, 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 2 Ks, a quality start. So his next outing, solid on paper, June 28th versus a weak hitting Detroit Tiger team. And Dunning right now with a good offense backing him, obviously, and also with a guy who's going out there and eating innings. I know he's not striking out many people. He should be owned in more fantasy leagues. And right now out there in 48% of fantasy leagues here is Dunning. And I would give him an ad this week. And the final pitcher I look to add this week is Kyle Bradish of the Baltimore Orioles. So Kyle Bradish, he's been getting it going over the last few weeks here for the Orioles and fantasy owners. And I know owners have added him in 15% of fantasy leagues, but he's still out there in tons of leagues right now, Kyle Bradish. So on the season for Bradish, 72 innings, 4-3 record, 67 strikeouts, 3.57 ERA, 1.24 whip, and 6 quality starts on the season. And he's going out there and pitching great baseball right now for this Baltimore Orioles team. So he's a guy to definitely keep an eye on. And like I said, he's out there in tons of leagues right now as Bradish. in 71% of leagues, so the last few outings here for him. June 14th versus the Blue Jays. Tough luck loser in that one. 7 innings, got the loss. 4 hits, a run in that one. A strikeout, a quality start. June 20th at the Rays. 5 innings, got the win. 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 8 Ks. And then June 25th versus the Mariners. 7 innings, got the win. 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 7 Ks, a quality start. So the strikeouts the last 2 ball games have gone up for sure here for Kyle Bradish. He's eating innings right now. And I know he pitches in a tough division, but obviously the competition hasn't been a problem for him because the last few outings he's gone out there, like I said, and pitched great baseball. So he's definitely a pitcher I look to add this week. So that's a few pitchers I look to add here in week 13 already of the fantasy baseball season.